The Basketball Champions League trophy here in Jerusalem. It's quarterfinals of the Basketball Champions League. And you are inside the Payas Arena as Hapoel Bank Yahav, Jerusalem, welcome the 2017 Basketball Champions League champions Iberostar Tenerife in a matchup that has whetted the appetite since the first draw was made. These fans, some of the noisiest, most passionate fans in the Basketball Champions League, will pack this arena. 11,600 fans expected tonight as they are trying to make that last step to the Final Four that could well be here in Jerusalem. In the top left side of the bracket, Jerusalem will face Tenerife. One game away from the Final Four. And the red is out in force in Jerusalem. Here's the schedule for leg one. Big win for Telenet Giants Antwerp. All 4 teams from Group C have made it to the quarterfinals, and Antwerp, the youngest team in this competition, halfway en route to the Final Four. The other 3 games will be completed this evening. And it's one of those intriguing matchups. Statistically, the best offense in the Basketball Champions League against the best playoff defense in the Basketball Champions League. This roster from Iberostar Tenerife, the #1 ranked defensive team in Champions League history, keeping their teams to 62.5 points. And they're going to be tested tonight against the most potent offense in this season's Basketball Champions League. Going to get a look at the roster for Hapoel Jerusalem. Maurice Stoudemire, walking legend here already. And here is this roster that just simply knows how to score. 8-game winning streak in the Basketball Champions League. In those 8 games, they've averaged over 90 points a game. They're the #1 offensive team in the Basketball Champions League. Nearly 90 points a game. And Tamir Black leads the Basketball Champions League in assists, and it must be a pleasure to play on the team with him, the way he distributes the basketball, and with all that firepower outside him, he knows how to get it done for one of the favorites of the postseason in the Basketball Champions League.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Jerusalem Payas Arena for the first leg of Basketball Champions League quarter-final between Iberostar Tenerife from Spain and Hapoel Bank Jerusalem. נותן תחילה לספונסרים שלנו, הספונסר הראשי בנק יהב, ובנוסף אלדן, פיק, מלון קראון פלאזה ירושלים, צומת ספרים, אופקים תיירות ונסיעות, הרשות לפיתוח ירושלים, תלפיות החדשה, סובארו, ארומה אספרסו בר ומסעדת קלוצ'אנה. ונעבור כעת להצגת השחקנים ותחילה האורחים מספרד. Welcome guys, number 00.
So it's Tenerife introduced first to this crowd. Colton Iverson, what a season he's having both in the Basketball Champions League and in the ACB in Spain. Just literally getting it done at both ends of the floor. Leads the team in the Basketball Champions League in points and rebounds. Javi Balan, number 33, almost the face of this team, and the veteran Divan White, the last man out, the 37-year-old. This team, continuity is the name of the game for Coach Vidialeta. 7 of the BCL Championship winning team still in the lineup, and they're going to have to be hard pushed to retain an interest. They have to stop this team from Jerusalem getting into an offensive rhythm. You can't win it tonight, but you could lose it if you really give up too big a first leg lead. Coach David Cache looks a little thoughtful And sometimes the expectation can get the better of you, but this team, full of experience and confident. Big win at the weekend in the Israeli League, 10-point home win, keeps them in third place. But they have experience, they have talent, and they have balance. And those ingredients together means that this team rightly is a favorite to make the Final Four. Well, they've had their way around is the face of Tenerife basketball. Yahav, one of the veterans of Israeli basketball. The face, though, the personality, the leader in so many ways of this Jerusalem. Amari Sotomayor, 36 years old now, but playing with the enthusiasm that he's had his whole career for this game. Tamir Black. Mitch's Conger, big game in the round of 16. James Fielding leads his team in points per game, 16 points per game, shoots an amazing 38% over a season from the three-point line. He's had some huge games, just absolutely knows how to score. Josh Owens, at 2'6" forward, he just works hard. He's a real blue-collar worker for this team. The say is, they have the balance. They have every ingredient this team needs to be successful. Big aspirations as an organization, and a potential Final Four appearance will underline their status as one of the biggest up-and-coming organizations in European basketball. Has had European success in the past, winning the Europe Cup in the past. But with this facility and the organization now behind it, well, the aspirations are huge. Both clubs meet at the halfway line, exchange of some mementos of what should be and is expected to be a huge clash. Sometimes you can overemphasize games. This could be worthy of a final, and they meet in the quarterfinals. That's the quality of the Basketball Champions League. 2017 champions take on one of the teams that aspires to be there. Here are the referees from Greece, Ukraine, and Latvia, Mr. Anastopoulos, Mr. Yashchuk, and Mr. Lucis. Three of the best in the third team on the floor for what will promise to be a night of European basketball. It will show you the reason why the Basketball Champions League is becoming such a fixture in the European season. Here, look at the starting lineups in a moment. And Tenerife with Iverson holding the middle. Lucino and San Miguel in the backcourt with Devin White. It's a three-guard set for Tenerife. Abramadis on the inside, and it's the inside where Tenerife really are strong. Over 30 points a game from the front line. Zeus Stilioleta as a club coach and a national team coach in Spain at various levels. So experienced, one of the most thoughtful offensive coaches there is in European basketball. Starting lineup for Hapoel Jerusalem, Fielding and Blatt in the backcourt, and it goes with that really quick front line of Butler, Owens and Thomas. So automatically you see the issue. The three-guard set against a really quick front line for Jerusalem. Can Tenerife control tempo? If Tenerife can control tempo, they're in the game. If this becomes an up and down running game, then you've got to believe it favors Jerusalem. But let's not underestimate a poor performance by Tenerife at the weekend. They lost at home to the bottom club in the ACB, only scoring 60 points at home, shooting under 20% from the three-point line. And against a team like Jerusalem who defends the three-point line so well, that's a factor that will worry Coach Videoretta. But this team normally has players that can score. The most efficient team in the Basketball Champions League, Tenerife, averaging 1.2 points a possession, which is a phenomenal number. Qtr-Finail, the head coach of Hapoel Jerusalem, has really dealt with the pressure and the expectation incredibly well throughout this season. Vastly experienced coach, and has put this team in a place, a two-legged game away from the Final Four of the Basketball Champions League. Tamir Black grew up playing basketball, around basketball, and now developing his own huge reputation in the game across Europe. And this crowd is as good as you will get anywhere in basketball. The noise will be absolutely relentless. They are genuinely a sixth man. Leg one, the first half of the quarterfinal of the Basketball Champions League. It feels like a final. The atmosphere is absolutely phenomenal. This is what players play this game for on nights like this. Well, wherever you're joining us from, we're underway here in Jerusalem. Jerusalem in the white uniform, Tenerife in the black, and Jerusalem will get the first look in the half court. Black will turn down the ball screen. There he gets it on and it goes to the high post. Great rotation. White gets a piece, and San Miguel will push, but the transition from Hapoel is exceptional. Tenerife in the half court will share it, will move it, explore options off the high screen. San Miguel turns the corner. Abramadis puts it on the floor. You're gonna have to put it up. 3 on the clock. Iverson with a tough turnaround. He's no good. And that'll be a 24 violation. Well, both teams making a statement with their defense. First possession up. Both teams, a steal and a 24-second turnover. And we're at 0-0 and a minute in. Black will turn the corner and re-angle. And skips wide open from the corner. It's good. Butler, with all the time in the world, just dropped the three. White will find San Miguel, gets the early screen from Iverson, but he doesn't attack. Now he goes off the dribble, mishandles. And a second turnover for Tenerife. It's the issue that when you're looking at this matchup, if Jerusalem really get down and play some defense, can Tenerife, have they got enough to break down the defense? Can they break them down on the dribble, or they have to move the ball and go with the pass? And that's the problem they've had first few minutes. Penetration, nice pass. And Owens just throws it down. And Tenerife, with the best defense in the Basketball Champions League playoffs, is getting absolutely examined in the first possessions. White with the three is good. And wow, they needed that. Black will go to the corner. Great first step. Nice pass to the inside. Great rotation. And again, the overpass, and they pick it off. Ramadis leads the break. Off the glass is no good. Looks at the referee, but it was a poor shot. Great move to the hoop is good for fielding. Seven to 3. Someone's got to catch their breath here at the moment. San Miguel, White on a flare. With that lineup, they can switch everything. White puts it on the floor, goes to the glass. Tough shot because the defense was exceptional again. Black will gather, takes the early screen. Nice find, open three in the corner, and they are hot. 100% from the field. If they don't turn it over, they knock it down. Fielding goes 2 for 2 from the field, and 5 points personal. It's a 10-3 start for Jerusalem. Casino goes inside. Iverson with a little push in the back on the switch. Sean Butler got sealed deep. Fielding just sweep from the corner. Super atmosphere in the gym. San Miguel will go to White, new 14, and kicks. Casino for three is good. Tenerife on excellent execution. Cut it to a 4-point game. 6:40 to go in the first. Casino with a three. Owens with a handoff. Fielding tries to turn the corner. Nice pass. Oh, beautiful execution. Just sliced through. The pass was through the eye of a needle as he dropped it into the middle of three defenders. 4 assists for the 12 points. And Jerusalem, offensively, are just super at the moment. Devin White puts it on the floor, exploited the matchup again. Iverson with the easy two. And you can see that both teams seeking the advantage, and the three-guard set beginning to work for Jerusalem. Butler will get it back. Black will take it on the dribble. Stops, fires the three, is short. It's a great box out. White just held his space. Takes the early screen and moves it on. Abramadis will hand off. Rusino takes a look. Abramadis will hold his spot. Again, they use that switch and the advantage as the guard goes down low. IQ is at a different level at the moment. Both teams reading the floor so well. Blatt with the three is good. Had the side of the possession before. 15-10, and we're not even halfway through the first. San Miguel will take a look. They didn't really get the switch that time on the action. Iverson underneath off the glass, blows the two-footer. Black hands it off, gets it back, thinks about it, pulls it out, will want the ball screen, turns it down. Stops and pops the short two, is no good. Defensive rebound is Abramadis. And San Miguel, quite rightly, says, let's take a breath. They get the mismatch again. Whistle on the play. Fielding has to foul in the low post. It's whichever guard. It's where they get the switch and the mismatch. And then Tenerife space the floor so well that they can exploit the advantage. Rotation for both teams. Amari Sotomayor steps in, as does Jacobin Brown. Fielding sits. Baltimore checks in. White with the open three is short. Sotomayor gets a positive stat. Brown will advance the basketball, gets the early screen in transition on a reposition. Inside, outside, Baltimore for three is fouled. And that cardinal sin of fouling the jump shooter gets the reaction you'd expect from Coach Iberostar. Sebastian Thayes checks in, as does Ferran Bathas. 0 for 2 from the free throw line. What a reaction from the crowd. It's like, hey, one of ours needs some help. And they give Baltimore every help they can. Makes the third. So they dodged the bullet a little bit from the free throw line. Bathas will take the ball screen. Players will dive. That's a battle underneath, which they don't really want to exploit. Sino takes the three, almost as a last option. Thomas gets it off. Nice hang time. Asayas outworks everybody, gets the defensive rebound. Athas gives it up. And White, the veteran, putting in a shift early. He's played the first 7 minutes. Will he go at Sotomayor? Will he gap him? Stops, finds him a space, way off with a shot. Sayers comes up with the offensive rebound. See to the corner. Ramirez puts it on the floor. Off the glass for 2 is good. Brown drops it inside. That's a travel. Sean Thomas, who's a little bit sloppy with the feet. 3rd turnover for Jerusalem. Nice ball fake. But he had to work for it. Brown showed in the baseline, had less options to work with, but pulled up. A sweet touch off the window for 2. Abramadis will sit. Yahav checks in for Jerusalem. Lucas Steiger in the game. Gile for 3 for Tenerife, straight off the bench. Gets the miss stack. Covan Brown takes the ball screen, stops, pops for 2 is good. And when Sotomayor sets the screen, he makes a huge target. 67% for Jerusalem. And they have been very efficient when they've gotten inside the arc. Steiger turning the corner, looks to kick it. Athas turns down the 3. Steiger won't. Is long. Sayers is just a demolition job on the glass and 1. Well, he's always said he's undersized. He's only 2 meters 2, but the 24-year-old, who's been a revelation for Spain in the Basketball World Cup, just does a great job on the glass. Just outworks his opponent, forces it back up, gets the 2, goes to the free throw line to make it a 3-point game. And completes the play. Tenerife just show a little zone trap. Brown guarded by Lucas Steiger. Hard trap, Zayas goes hard. Sotomayor on the roll to the hoop, is fouled on the floor. And you've got to say, Rosino took one for the team really. Had no real options. Rosino sits. And Jassar, the Estonian, steps in. Brown wide open in the corner. The 3 is short and out of bounds. Ball goes off. Jiraiya Jassar. Guy gets his first action in the Basketball Champions League. The number 23. He's the 25-year-old Estonian. I think they're going to check the possession just to see that it did come off the leg. Should be a pretty easy, straightforward check. Here's the 3. I don't think you're going to get a view of it from that side. I think they're just making sure that everything is correct. Tenerife are going to be happy with the situation. At the beginning of the game, Jerusalem were, to say the least, on an emotional high, just couldn't miss. Built a 10-point lead early, but Tenerife, as you'd expect of all their experience, have dragged them back to a 3-point game. Sotomayor will handle the out of bounds. Now looks to go deep, but again, defense by size is excellent. Just rotation. Yahav with a push is no good. And that is an effort on the glass. And I think they've got more of a case on that one than they have before. Just listen to the atmosphere and the noise here. What a night. Samar again will take the pressure off the inbound. Brown. And they're looking to just trap hard. 3 is off. Battle on the glass, and you've got to give so much credit to both guys going at it on the offensive boards. Hathas will get the Size screen. Assas puts it on the floor, drops it inside. Size, great control. Leaning away, falling over. Hathas with the assist. And Tenerife pick up their 8th point in the paint. Brown yet really to get going, apart from the little pull-up too. A little bit messy, but he's got it now. Goes on the inside, little runner, doesn't get it. Sotomayor does, and gets the putback. Huge factor on the glass. Brown Bathas is fouled. That'll be the 4th team foul for Hapoel. A lot of contact, but Sotomayor just went straight through it. Literally went straight through it. 20-17, last 21 seconds of the first quarter, and Tenerife will try and use as much of the 14 as they can. Bathas will take the ball screen from Faz, who drives and looks and wants and doesn't get. Still holding space. Bathas pulls up. The rainbow-like 3 hits nothing. Nowhere to go, had to put it up. Tenerife with 2 fouls to give in the quarter and 8 seconds to defend. San Miguel will step in. They're going to try and slow this up going down the floor. Brown, he's going. He's not going anywhere else. Stops, fires up the long 2. He's good. Well, he was struggling since he came in. He certainly changed that with the last possession. Little fumble, picks it up, long 2. Steiger is late on the help. Brown just buries it. End of the first quarter, Jerusalem with the 5-point advantage. Both teams will be happy. Jerusalem were good. Came out with a lot of emotion, but Tenerife slowed them down, pegged them back, and are really right in this. The 3-point percentage for Tenerife is going to be crucial. Only 29% at the moment. They have to get their 3-point percentage shooting into the 30s. I believe if they're going to be in this at the end of this first leg. At the end of the first quarter, they trail by 5. Well, what a first quarter. Everything you thought, or everything we thought this would be. 5-point game at the end of the first quarter. Both teams with the emotion, the intensity, and the execution. There's been some great stuff in that first quarter. And here we're underway, quarter 2. And Tenerife will have the first possession. Lucas Steiger. What they wouldn't give for Lucas Steiger to have a game from the 3-point line. The German inside out. Size will hand it off. San Miguel. Inside out. San Miguel for 3 is off, and Sotomayor's challenge was tremendous. Ball goes out of bounds and stays with Tenerife. Tenerife do not have the athletic ability or the size, but they're going to have to match that and outwork the opponent. Really are doing a great job so far. Sotomayor's defensive effort, again, exceptional. Lucas Steiger. If he gets going, Lucas Steiger, he's not missing. Saez throws it down on the miscommunication. Beautiful find. They didn't switch, they tried to double it, and Saez just dived to the hoop. Great find. Great way to start the second for the Spanish club. Brown going baseline. Early help. Sotomayor mid-range for 2 is off. Saez will not worry about him taking that. If you could give him a shot to take, that's the one he would give him. San Miguel tries to turn the corner, picks up the personal foul on Sotomayor as he tried to turn the corner. It's great work in transition for Rodrigo San Miguel. He's 34 now, San Miguel. It's been like you've almost watched his career develop over the years. And the 3 will tie it up as Steiger knocks down the 3 from the out of bounds. And if Lucas Steiger gets hot, that's a great sign for Tenerife. Lucas Steiger can be one of the most destructive scorers in European basketball. It is streaky. He gets them in a bunch, but when he gets 1 and 2, he's likely to get 3, 4, and 5 in no time. Great start to the second for Tenerife. Let's take a listen to the timeout in Hapoel, Jerusalem.
Hacer triplas, que es la que tenemos preparada para esto. Venga, vamos, va.
Right, Qtr-Finail. The emphasis of rhythm is so important for Jerusalem. You've got so many players that if they can just keep their tempo high, keep the tempo in a flow, they've got players who can just score for fun. Tenerife are trying to slow them down. Qtr-Finail wants his team to keep the tempo high. And as he said, it starts and finishes with their tempo defensively. 2-2-1 trap for Tenerife out of the timeout. Black gives it a little respect. And that takes the 8 seconds off the possession, already at 12. Black, nice pass, super pass. Deshaun Thomas gets the 2, but the pass just gave them the points on the plate. Just served it up for him. Steiger. You almost wouldn't mind seeing Lucas Steiger come off a couple of screens and just let it go. San Miguel to the ring. Great shot, great finish. Turned the corner and broke the defense down. We said earlier on, did they have the players to do that? Well, the answer is yes. Black steps back, lets the lets the long 2 go. Great offensive rebound. This is much better tempo-wise. Black steps back for the long 2. Off balance is off, but Owens gets the offensive rebound. Fieldline kicks. Black has a 3rd shot in the series and knocks it down. You cannot give him 3 attempts and expect him to miss the 3rd. Pass, Chile is blocked. Just about keeping it alive. 4 seconds on the possession. They've got to put it up. Chile gets it away. It's short. Size is on the glass. Chance to run. 4-on-2 break. Watch out down the lane. Tashawn Thomas takes off on the runway and throws it down. We've got 11,000 people on their feet here. No intention to give it up. Just attacked it. San Miguel needs a pass, finds one. Steiger stops, fires it up. Way off. Villarreal's got it and does take a timeout. Long look. Vernon backs out, lines it up for three. Is short. Offensive rebound. Thought it hit the back of the backboard, but Blatt has it. Whistle on the play. Chile takes one from the team. And they'll get a new full team. I'm not sure if Villarreal wants his timeout with the opportunity for Jerusalem to run the out of bounds, but watch that. Someone didn't stop the ball. And 11,000 people just erupted. Villarreal cancels the timeout. He does not want to give him the opportunity on the sideline. Fielding penetrates, drops it inside, extra pass, wide open for three, is short, another offensive rebound. Great work though. Tremendous work to knock it away by Vecino. San Miguel. Nice pass to the inside. Iverson for the easy two is good. And they just keep coming at you. Great look. Oh! The deja vu dunk by Tashawn Thomas. And it's a one-man show by Thomas at the moment. Blatt with the assist. Don't forget the great vision down the floor. Got a whistle as Blatt's going to be called for the hold. There's the look. Watch out. Vecino's in the wrong picture. It's a deja vu for Thomas. Back-to-back dunks as Fielder raises the roof. And now Tenerife get the chance to take the time. Well, you'd think they would possibly take the timeout. No one touched it. That'll be a turnover. Bruins defense caused the miscatch. You just love coming here. What an atmosphere. Fielding will take the ball screen. Little soft penetration. Feels the contact whistle. If you haven't got a t-shirt, you've got a scarf. If you haven't got a scarf or a t-shirt, you've got a hat. You've got something red somewhere. This crowd are in this one. Fielding draws contact on White. Hapoel used to play in one of those traditional gyms that was really compact and tight, and you felt the crowd was coming at you out of the bleachers. And they moved to this just state-of-the-art facility as they go upstairs. Iverson read it. When they moved to the state-of-the-art facility, you thought they would lose that. They have gained off the glass. Iverson outworks his opponent again. Big impact for Colton Iverson off the bench. Butler's going to pick up the personal. There's the foul. I don't know really what the criticism that Butler has for the official. Moved sideways, out of his space, made contact in Iverson's space, moved him, therefore, straightforward personal. 5-point game. You've got to say Tenerife are showing all their European experience here, all their Basketball Champions League experience, and they just stay in this. With the emotion of the crowd, they're doing a marvelous job. White will take the ball screen from Iverson, who rolls. White breaks it down. Little runner off the glass. Iverson couldn't finish. Blatt in transition, just scoops it off. Brown for three is off. Abromaitis outworks everybody. San Miguel in transition. That has to be a back court, surely. It's a front to back. It has to be. I think the referee was going to call front to back. San Miguel fumbles. Control of the ball. Taken into the back court. Clearly by Thomas. Should be Jerusalem basketball. It should be a Tenerife basketball. Coach Videoretta is absolutely right. There's three officials. They could talk about it. Hopefully get the right call. Don't think they're going to. It looks like it's going to be a Jerusalem basketball. .4:42 to go in the half. We've got a barnstormer, I think is the phrase. Brown for three is short. And Iverson is just having a game. White calls it, takes the early ball screen. Iverson will dive. White, pick and pop, San Miguel. Iverson, nice find. Abromaitis for the open three is good. 4-point game. That play just underlines Tenerife basketball. They move the ball beautifully, go to the inside, get a reaction from the defense. Abromaitis spots up, beautiful find. Iverson with the assist, Abromaitis with the three, and we've got a 4-point game. .49 in the game, 4:20 to go in the first half. Van Brown. So we have a little step and a hop. Sean Thomas will move it on. Brown is fouled in the post by Rodrigo San Miguel. That'll put Tenerife into the penalty. Fielding, nice move, inside out. Brown open for the three, count it. The quick ball movement again pays dividends for Jerusalem. Back out to a 5-point game. Must have towed the line. Lucino lines up the three, is off. Big rebound. Abromaitis goes back up, get a piece of a block. Abromaitis Black gets a piece off, gives it up. Nice look! Fielder raises the roof. Jerusalem jump out to a 7-point lead. Black picks up another assist. And Tenerife will take the timeout. Sweep the dunk. And 11,000 people raise the roof. Timeout, Tenerife.
Estamos jugando 80 minutos, 80 minutes. We cannot allow this kind of baskets. Joder. Hey, and good communication. They are doing switches. They attack the same with the power forward.
Well, as you heard, Videoretta knows it's an 80-minute ball game. Cannot give up easy points. That's 8 points in transition, in fast break for Jerusalem. And that will annoy Coach Videoretta. Wants to make this a half-court game, wants to make them work. Do not want to get into a game where they leak out. Thomas has already got the 2 dunks. Fielding's got the dunk. 6 of the 8 fast break points have been throwdowns. 5 assists already for Tamir Black. Every team needs a Tamir Black. That's never an angle for the pass. Selection of option, but they chose the wrong pass. 2 passes would have got it there. Brown stops and pops from the foul line. Now one. San Miguel fouls the jump shooter again. And this could be a 10-point game after it was closed to a 2-point game. 8-0 run. If Brown makes the free throw and it runs like that, it could be decisive in this tie. Brown completes the 3-point play, double-digit lead. And these last 3 minutes of this first half are going to be crucial. Tenerife have to stop the little bleed that's going on at the moment. And Iverson is fouled in the post-up. Owens a push in the back. They go long, out of bounds. And Bathas, little hesitation. Ball knocked away again as you can't make the pass as a chest pass almost to the man on the cut. It's just too easy for people to break it up. Another turnover for Tenerife. Black goes upstairs. Well, they're looking to entertain, let's put it that way. Tenerife pointless for the last 2 minutes. Demetrius Conga checks in. That's the depth of this team. Conga comes in off the bench. San Miguel into the half court. Lucas Steiger for 3 is off. And San Miguel finds himself with the ball. Iverson, great seal and one, great move. Just got Owens off balance, then went through the arm, through the contact. Big play. Iverson again. Sixth point on the night for Iverson. Will go to the free throw line. Owens picks up foul number 2. Brings back Sotomayor. Sotomayor with the trademark glasses. Great work on the glass by Ramirez to keep it alive. Ramirez puts it on the floor. Open for the 3. It's good. Big possession for Tenerife. They were down 10 and now down 5. It could have got really difficult for them. Great response. 10 points personal for Abramitis. Brown has it. Looks to use the ball screen. Turns it down. Skips it. Fielder needs a pass. Sotomayor on the inside. Got to do something with it. Takes the tough turnaround. It's good. Tough to stop. Just tough to stop. Mathash drops it inside. Iverson off the glass. Goes to get it again. Gets the putback. Iverson goes to 8 personal. The margin is 7. Well, the help by Iverson was late. Roy Sotomayor will go to the free throw line with 1:06 to go in the half. And the big man stayed with the plate. 1 for 2. And Jussar picks up the defensive rebound. 6-point game. San Miguel trying to use the 24. Iverson with the ball screen, gets a mismatch. San Miguel steps back, can't knock the 3 down. Dylan gets the defensive rebound. Brown steps back, knocks down the 3 for fun. Timeout for Tenerife. You might seeing it again. It's a little, almost a little James Harden-like, but anyway.
Concentration. Every time we mistake, they punish us. Brown every time pull-ups. Venga, tenemos la última. Vamos. Sebas, vas por Colton.
Well, the numbers in terms of overall are pretty level. There's not a lot of defensive opportunities on the glass for Tenerife because Jerusalem are shooting such a great percentage. But the 10 offensive rebounds for Tenerife are huge as they try and stay in this.
52 with 12 seconds. If they are,
I mean, Jerusalem is shooting a phenomenal 63% from 2, 46% from 3 with their 45 points. The 3-point numbers is the difference here. 31% for Tenerife against the 46. Well, whatever the stats say, we've got a game. 9-point margin for Jerusalem. 28 seconds in the first half to remain. And Tenerife will try and use as much of the 24 as they can. White gets it, 7 on the possession. Devin White, hard show, turns the corner, has to kick it. San Miguel, he's out of bounds. Never broke the defense down. Always in front of Jerusalem's defense. It's tough. Jerusalem will take the timeout. Well, there's the numbers. 31% from 3 against the 46%. 6 trips to the free throw line, only 2 for Tenerife. One of the things that is clear is the quality of the defense in this game. Apart from 6 trips to the free throw line for Jerusalem, 4 of those trips were poor, well, in fact, 5 of those were poor defensive plays on jump shots. So apart from that, the defensive effort has been just exceptional from both teams. Because there's been no holding back on the defensive end. A lot of physicality. Momentum played in for both teams. Can they get the stop, Tenerife, going in single digits? Or can Jerusalem finish this half on the high? 5.4 seconds to get the last shot and make it. Brown will inbound. Thomas gonna keep it, pulls up for 3, way off. What a half. Catch your breath. Jerusalem opened up a 9 points advantage, 45-36 at the half over the 2017 Basketball Champion League champions, Iberostar Tenerife. Iberostar going for his shot. The injury problems still persist. And here's the numbers. 43% from the three-point line is the number that makes all the difference. 13 assists is amazing for Jerusalem. They've shared the ball beautifully. Both teams would like to look after the basketball a little better, but it's not disappointing. But what we have is a phenomenal game at the half. 45-36. Abromaitis all over the stat line for Tenerife. Brown, who started slowly, leads the scorers for Jerusalem. San Miguel's 4 turnovers will disappoint him. But what will not disappoint the crowd is the 45-36 margin at the half. Iverson and Abromaitis really holding and size, as we said right at the top of the game. The front line doing it for Tenerife. They need help from the perimeter. We'll leave you some highlights, and there are plenty of them in the first half. We'll take a break. We'll see you for the second half shortly to see if Tenerife can stay tight in this tie.
Coach, how do you sum up your first half for your point of view?
We control very well many of their important focus in offense, but 2 or 3 turnovers and 2 mismatches in the defensive transition. They score 6-8 points, and this is the great difference. But in my opinion, we are controlling really well the situations in final 5, and we have to improve in this and in the defensive rebound.
So what's the key elements you wish to improve for second half?
Of course, control the defensive transitions. Start this quarter with the same mentality that the first quarter, only 2 turnovers, not 5 like this second quarter, and the defensive rebound.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Coach, it looked like you controlled the rhythm, but Tenerife kept coming back till the last 2 minutes.
Yeah, not easy. We play against a good team. I think the key is our defense. It's all come through defense, and then we can push the ball and run the floor. We want high-tempo game, but it's all started on defense, and they punish us a lot on offensive rebound. We got to box out. They score 14 points out of it, which that's important, so we focus on those things.
So what needs to be improved in the second half on your behalf?
Yeah, boxing out, concentrate, like to do a better job on a pick and roll defense, and then we can run.
Thank you.
Welcome back inside the Palace Arena here in Jerusalem. The city-owned arena, the home now of Hapoel. 11,000 capacity, it's pretty full. And they've seen the home team build that 9-point lead in the first half. Went out to 10 at one point. Tenerife dragged them back. Coach Videoretta at the half was quite happy apart from the turnovers in the second quarter. Felt that if they made it a 5-on-5 game, they had a real shot at this. That's the issue. They do have a real shot at this if they make it a 5-on-5 game. If they play this in transition, and if they turn the ball over, this Hapoel lineup will run and play in transition. You've got to slow them down. Got to get them into the half court. Got to make them work for it. If it's up and down, they're going to score for fun, as they did. 45-point first quarter, when you consider that Tenerife are keeping teams to 62.5 points in the playoffs in the Basketball Champions League. 45 points is a phenomenal number for Hapoel Jerusalem. It's obviously a huge loss if Javi Bailan unable to play. Doesn't look like he's going to take any part. Has been struggling with injury. That's a huge gap, a huge hole for Tenerife to fill.
Okay, the first 2 offenses, we need a good pin down and a high pick and roll on the head. You start on the same side, on the head, and then we run fist down. Okay. Make sure you don't turn over the ball on the handoff. We want to try the end off. If not, maybe back door. If not, keep it, but clear immediately. Let's go. Come on, let's go.
Size not starting, but didn't start the first half. Had big impact when he came into the game. They go in with this just too big lineup, two players on that front line. It's been an issue. I still think it's an issue, but the bigger issue is they're just unable to break down this Jerusalem defense often enough when it really matters. Tempo's the key though. Coach Villaredo knows that. Coach Katashi knows that. Can Jerusalem keep it high? Can Tenerife slow this game down? Here we go then, start of the third quarter. Start of the third of 8 quarters of basketball between these two clubs. Devon White with Owens. Spins, steps back, has to back out again, goes past him again, draws contact. With a deja vu moment. They get the switch. And the quick guard going against the forward. And Tenerife get the bonus of the foul. Third foul on Josh Owens. Sino goes inside. Iverson's all alone. Thomas just slept on the weak side. Iverson gets the double digits. Owens will move it on. Thomas. And now Black gets it. Takes the ball screen. Skips the building. Good series by Tenerife. Abramadis just switched into the lane, gets the 2. And they weren't Basketball Champions League champions for nothing. They cut it to 5, pick up their first fast break points of the game. And Jerusalem a little passive at the start of this third quarter. That's not a good sign for them. Owens at the high post. Didn't even look at the ring. Goes inside, outside. You have to put it up. Butler takes a tough one. And Tenerife have made a statement in the first minute of this third quarter. 2 stops. Scored on the possessions. Little wee play again. Casino. They lob it in. He just got Abramadis out. Iverson goes up, gets the 2. All about the decision by Nicolas Brusino. 6-0 start for Tenerife. And again, down at the defensive end. Getting down, staying in stance. They're going to gap Owens and leave him alone. And White gets a little contact on Fielden's face, unintentionally. This is the quietest the arena has been all night. That's just simple, lob it in and make sure Iverson gets it. Good call by Brusino. Iverson with 4 of the points early in this third quarter. Tenerife right back in it. White sits with his 3rd foul. That's a big foul for Tenerife. Lucas Steiger, what they wouldn't give for a second half of 3-point shooting from him. And that'll be San Miguel's 3rd foul, I think. Yep. Rodrigo San Miguel picks up a soft personal. He's going to be replaced by Ferland Bathas. Fielding comes off the ball screen, stops, fires the long 2, is off. And again, the tempo's gone. I wouldn't be surprised if Katache takes an early timeout here. Because Jerusalem have gone a little passive, to say the least. Iverson in the block, trying to go to work, going baseline, inside, outside, they wrap it. Lucino, they're patient. Abramadis for 3 is short. That's a foul called. And Butler's got to be careful. From where I'm sitting, that was clear. Extended the arm, pushed him baseline. Let's take a look. There's the shot. That's not a great angle to see it, but from the other angle, it looked like a clear extension of the arm. Steiger. Key moments for Lucas Steiger here. Avramidis, big on big. They go lob. And somehow Iverson gets it, gets an angle, he's blocked. 3-on-2 break. Black moves it on, wide open, building on the trail for three is long. And Steiger pulls it in, and Ferran Bassas doesn't like what he has, and Tenerife will slow it again. Rusino drops the three, timeout. Jerusalem. Tenerife tie the game. 9-0 start. The gym is a little quieter. One thing for sure, Jerusalem are passive. A passive Jerusalem is not a good option. Timeout Jerusalem, they need to re-establish some intensity here.
Hey, focus in, the header on, we're good. Just stay in there, we're good. Let's make sure all the cheap points. Cut the cheap points, box out.
Go to the free throw side.
Hey, no, let's continue. Keep the ball.
En ataque la siguiente, seguimos con 40.
Well, that's the most important, I think, in the whole time out there for Tenerife. Rodrigo, San Miguel, hey, offense, let's just keep giving it to Colton because they can't stop him at the moment. They forget him, he's wide open. If you get the switch, they just lob it to him and he holds his space beautifully. Iverson has changed the shape of this game in the second half. And Sotomayor's in, so it's a much more like-for-like matchup. They just don't need to switch it. Brown will move it on. Sotomayor's deep, guarded by Iverson. Sotomayor gets it. Will look to move it off. Oh, they stay with the play. Can't get it to drop. And Reyes comes down with the rebound. And Teshol Thomas just blew a little two-footer. A tough one, albeit, but in Tenerife, it's all about their rhythm at the moment. Rusino finds Bathas, who will take the ball screen. Rapid, Steiger puts it on the floor, stops, pops the two, is sweet. And Tenerife lead it. Still no points in this second half. It's the first time Tenerife have led in the game. And the game slows down. And it becomes more of a Spanish night at the game. Carlton, Iverson, inside out, they're going to go 3 seconds on the call. Yeah, he had to go up. And that's the difference. When Sotomayor's in the game, he can't just get it and go up. It's too much contest. And Steiger's little pull-up. Brown with a little floater. They just can't get it to drop. But everything's in the half court. Everything is against pressure. Rusino's had a nice game. Nice pass, easy two. And Jerusalem defense is just taking the third quarter off. Forget the problems they're having offensively. Down the defensive end, there is just no intensity whatsoever. Brown, foul line, stops, fires up the jump shot. He's short again, it's not in rhythm. And Iverson comes down with it. And Bathas says, hang on, it's our tempo. Steiger lays it up for two. And Jerusalem are just absent without leave here. As intense as they were in the first quarter, they are just disappearing at the defensive end. Tamir Black. And their offense is struggling as a result. Whistle on the play. I think that's a dead leg. No one helped, no one guarded, no one played a stitch of defense for Jerusalem. At 0 points in 5:20 of basketball. The highest scoring team in the Basketball Champions League. And the team with the defense pedigree has changed the game. Sotomayor, great rotation. Spins. Sayers, tremendous defensive rotation. Abramadis. They line at Bathas. Just slows it down. Off the high screen, goes down low. Abramadis is fouled and will go to the free throw line, and they exploit the mismatch again. And the crowd will whistle, and the crowd will make noise. The only thing that's going to change this if Jerusalem play some defense and try and get some intensity and passion and tempo back into the game. A 15-0 start to this second half. Does Katache just let this go, or does he try and burn another timeout? He's trying to change it through rotation at the moment. The crowd are trying to do everything they can, but Tenerife just roll on. Down 9 at the start of the half, now up 8. Sayers will pick up the personal. That'll be the 4th team foul for Tenerife in this third quarter. Fielding puts it on the floor. Just breaks Steiger down and one. For the first time in the whole of the quarter, Tenerife broken down. Free throw is good, and how they needed that. 5-point game. Jerusalem, is that going to spark? Is that going to be the thing that just ignites them? A little bit more intensity from Timor on the ball. Abramadis. Sort of wonder what points do to you. All of a sudden, they're a little bit more active. Sayers with a lob. Defensive effort. Much better. Jerusalem in transition. Fielding has it. Puts it on the floor. Breaks it down. Wraps it. Knocked away. And line possession for Jerusalem. Lucas Steiger sits. Good contribution by the German. And line possession for Jerusalem. They go long. Brown will come to collect. Brown was the spark in the first half. Really did start things off in terms of building the lead. They show hard again. Brown, 5 on the possession. This has got to go up. Breaks it down, going strong. Off the glass for 2 is good. And Brown again brings Jerusalem within 3. 15-point personal. Lucino needs a pass. Just about gets it off. Bathas with 5 on the possession. He's going to have to put it up a prayer here. Fires up the prayer for 3, is off. Fielding hunts down the rebound and collects. Will push in transition. Brown again goes deep. Foul on the play, and Marley Solomon will go to the free throw line to make this a 1-point game. Chile back in the game for Tenerife. Butler sits for Jerusalem. Solomon makes the first. He's shot around 78% from the free throw line in this Basketball Champions League season. He's not one of those, as you'd expect for a man with his record, his career, but he misses the second. And Thuram Bassas will take as long as he needs. Back into this weave action. So much fluidity and tempo. It suits Tenerife. Bassas has it. Now with Sotomayor, stops and fires the three, and he's fouled. Check out the replay, but I think it's a pretty good call. Sotomayor didn't complain. Well, he looks at the referee now and talks about it. That's a bit daunting, to say the least. What he's saying is that Sotomayor closed the space. No space to land, hence the foul for Bathas on the free-throw line. %80 free throw shooter. And Tenerife, this is Tenerife basketball now. The tempo, everything. It's about efficiency. That's 2 for 2. And Coach Figueroa said it at the half. Must have said it in the locker room, and he got exactly the response he needed from his team. No breakaways, no turnovers. Efficient basketball. Tenerife trademark. And they go and open it out to a 5-point lead, 86% from the free throw line. Brown, size with a hard show. Brown gets it again. They're going to trap off the screen. Now they'll rotate back. Brown breaks it down, gets in the lane, drops it to Sotomayor in traffic for 2. When he gets that deep, there's only one result. But again, slowed up, half-court basketball. Tenerife winning the battle of the tempo. GA has it. Tries to work. Bathas, catch and release is no good. Thayas on the glass, had position. All about working position, holding your space on the offensive glass. Thayas gets the offensive rebound. Sotomayor picks up the foul. That'll be the 4th team foul for Hapoel. Sebastian Thayas misses the first. And makes the second. Well, again, even the half-court trap that was very ineffective in the first half slows up Jerusalem. Already only 12 on the possession. Fielding doesn't matter, goes off the left foot, gets the foul, will go to the free throw line. Demetrius Conga will check back in on the shooter. And it makes the first. And goes 2 for 2 from the line. He'll sit down. Demetrius Conga will step in. 1:22 to go in the third. And the Tenerife control of tempo continues. For Bathas. Jay off the down screen. Will hand off. Then they get the mismatch down low. Iverson wants and gets. Just goes to the open look. He'll be disappointed. The action got exactly what they wanted. The advantage underneath. He couldn't complete last minute of the third. What a third quarter for Tenerife. 21-10 at the moment. This last minute is crucial for Jerusalem. Build that momentum going into the fourth. Here's Brown. Guarded by Jussar. Brown stops, fires up the three, is off, and the ball goes out of bounds. Interesting decision here for Tenerife. Do they go quick to get 2 for 1? Or just keep the tempo the same? Well, that answers the question. Keep the tempo the same. With a diagonal screen, Lucas Steiger. You see there outside, goes deep. Iverson should and does score. And they are just patient beyond belief. They just move it. It goes inside when they are ready to go inside. Just keep picking, keep switching, find the matchup you want, and get the easy 2. Jerusalem trying to hold for the last shot of the third quarter. Brown has it. This is going past to the inside. Oh, what a block! Iverson just says, hey, no way are you getting that. Makes a big statement at the end of the third that underlines and puts a huge exclamation mark under the third quarter for Tenerife. They lead it 59-55 on the back of a 23-10 quarter. And Iverson just says, we've owned this quarter. That play at the end of the quarter just puts a huge, huge statement under a great third quarter for Tenerife. Here are the statistics. They're still only at 30%, but Jerusalem have dropped from 46% from the three-point line to 35%, and there lies the story of that third quarter. Made with the steal. Everything was all about Tenerife controlling with their defense. Iverson has 14 points, 6 and 5 rebounds. He's putting in a huge shift. Iberostar with 16, Sayers with 8, so 38 points from the front line for Tenerife. What they still need is that support from the perimeter. Steiger's giving it to them with 7. Devin White's gone 1 for 5, which is not going to get it done over the course of this game. They need contributions. They need to share the responsibility on the perimeter. If they do that, they may not win here in Jerusalem, but they will be in the game for the second leg. Don't forget, this is not about winning it tonight. This is about giving yourself the opportunity to win it over 2. And we thought this would be a tough one and a close one, a physical one. All those things have already happened in the third quarter. And Colton Iverson has been the story, alongside the patience and the execution and the absolute masterclass from Zeus Pirialeta. These guys just will not be quiet. They're going to try and make sure they get their team over the line. And they have the first look at possession in the fourth quarter. Tamir Black wraps it. Sotomayor has it against Iverson. Little ball fake, and they'll call the contact. Who wouldn't want to play in front of these guys every single day of the week? Unbelievable noise and atmosphere. Sotomayor goes 2 for 2 from the line. And Mathas will advance the basketball. Steiger on the pick and pop, gets his feet set, lines up the 3. His short defensive rebound. James Fieldine has it. Screen in transition. They wrap it. Tamar Black, deep 3 is long. And Iverson sweeps it up on the glass. Steiger off the down screen will take the ball screen. Nice pass. Josiah can't finish, but Iverson will. And Hossar, great cut underneath the defense, beautifully found. And again, Jerusalem go to sleep defensively. Baseline jump shot is no good, and Iverson just accumulating stats. Gile with a high cut, goes inside, nice pass, little hook shot for two, and Iverson is simply dominant. Sotomayor puts it on the floor, gets a little contact, goes up and one. So the veteran, the NBA veteran, tries to answer. Iverson's just too big, too strong, too everything. Soft touch. Will take his third foul with 8:19 to go. Key moments for Tenerife with him on the bench. Sotomayor with the extra. Gets it to drop. Sotomayor will sit. Owens will check in. 13 points. Just another night at the office. Can't believe he won't be back. 3-point game. Steiger attacks it off the dribble. Bathas, as Steiger finds himself with the photographers. Shot for three is long. Great work on the glass by Sean Thomas. Basar almost gets a piece of it. Janari's Osar giving crucial minutes for Tenerife. Everyone has to take a little piece of Javi Bayram's time. Black against the double team. They don't find Owens quick enough. Fielding pulls up, knocks it down. 1-point game. Fielding goes on to 14 personal. Great numbers. Tenerife still trying to take time out of the game. This action has really worked well. Sayers will now pull screen and dive. Bathas fires up the long three and just rainbow-like drops it. They so need the help from the perimeter. Black finds Owens on a great pass. Just laid it out there for him. This is the first quarter. This is how it was then. Basket for basket. Great offensive read, followed by a great offensive read. Foul on the play. Fielding with a reach. Do the first team foul for the home club. Well, the 2017 champions giving themselves every chance to make a trip back to the Final Four. Lucas Steiger stops, fires the three. Great work on the glass. Sebastian Sayers comes up with the offensive rebound. Now he needs a pass, finds one. 7 on the possession. Bathas takes the screen. Casino for 3, and again drops it. Well, we said they needed help from the perimeter, and they are getting it in the fourth. 20 second chance points, and they're effort points. The area in this second half in particular that Tenerife have really outworked the opponent has been in the work on the glass. That second chance point stat is phenomenal for Tenerife. Steiger. Pass to the inside, Sayers blows the layup. Fielder knocks it out of bounds. And it will be a new 14 for Tenerife. Jerusalem showed the zone out of bounds. They have to go long. Abamatis is the recipient, and Steiger has it. Steiger's having a super game for Tenerife. Apart from it, he will not like the numbers he has three-point line-wise. Sayers, offensive foul. Those two, you would have thought, have to come back. Third foul for Sayed. 3-point lead for Tenerife. That finds Brown just, and Brown recovers it. 10 on the possession. Feels the double team here. Has to find the open, goes high, but Owens can't control that one. Blatt has to put this one up. Well, they get it away, but they can't get it to drop. Brusino has it. Bathas is going to say no. We're going to take some more time out of this game. $45 points in the first half. And Bathas misses the runner. 45 points in the first half for Jerusalem. At the moment, only 21 in the second. Brown finds the corner. Butler is fouled on the poor closeout by Brusino. And Oligo San Miguel's going to check back in. Iverson's coming back in. Villareta will try and close the game out with these guys. Fielding comes back in. Blatt sits, which is a little surprising. Owens will find Fieldown. Off the ball screen, attacks it, kicks it. Butler for three is short. And Rodrigo San Miguel takes his lead from Ferran Bathas and walks it into the half court. Brusino. Iverson again has the matchup he wants underneath. Just needs to create an angle, which they do. Iverson goes to work, draws the foul. And it will be a Tenerife basketball on the end line with another full team, already having taken 20 on this possession. And Butler will sit with 4. White looks to turn the corner. 4 on the possession. Turns it over. 4-on-2 break. They just have to find the open man. Fielding goes up and blows the layup. Great work on the glass by Thomas. He'll go to the free throw line. That's what Jerusalem did early. That's what they did in the second quarter. Just kept it a full court game. Outworked the opponent. Picked up second opportunities. Iverson picks up his 4th. And they have to leave him in there for as long as he can survive. It's not like the end of the tie. This is just coming up to halftime. Just Villareta is showing you tonight why he has the resume he has. Tremendous adjustments at the half. Real belief in his lineup. They called the technical. Let's just check on Coach Villareta. And Sean Thomas. This is the front end of his free throws. Chance to make it a 1-point game with 3:50 to go. And goes 0 for 2. And Iverson comes down with a defensive rebound and gets the benefit of the foul. And so Jerusalem miss an opportunity. Tenerife dodge a bullet. And with 3:49 to go, they have a chance to increase the margin. Timeout. And Tenerife take the first of their timeouts. in this second half.
In offense, if they switch
Rebound-wise,
with the
dominance
threes,
now,
with three
39 to
fouls,
29,
they have some- a lot of
15
problems against
offensive
Scotland.
rebounds.
It's the moment to pass the ball and go up. Go up. Pierre do it very well.
Get anything out of that risky, Amir. When on the other dribble here to the 3-point line. And
Just to
then the second
re-emphasize,
on the back tip.
20
And we have
second
shot
chance points for
And move on
Tenerife
under defense.
off those offensive rebounds.
Guys,
20.
listen, hey.
15 offensive rebounds for Tenerife to turn those into 20 second chance points. And that's the difference here. That's how they've turned this around in the second half. That, plus they have got a little bit more output from beyond the three-point line. Crowd try and really lift the home club, trying to lift them over the line here. They trail 2 at the fourth quarter of this first leg. Devon White, guarded by Owens. It's not a matchup Owens enjoys. Iverson again gets it in the pass, goes to work, is fouled from Tishon Thomas. Good positive move by Iverson, caught it and went, and there's the reach. That's the full team foul now for Hapoel Jerusalem. Both teams in the penalty. 2-3 zone out of bounds for Jerusalem. Great defense, but falls into the hands of Rodrigo San Miguel. Iverson with a high screen, bounce inside, he mishandles. Jerusalem a chance to tie or to lead on this possession. Tamir Black will have it. As we said at the half, both teams wanted to reduce the number of turnovers, both teams have. Black will take the ball screen. Tenerife's defense has dictated in the second half though. Owens with the ball screen. Finds himself at the high post. Extra pass, Fielden puts it on the floor. Little floater off the glass is no good. And Iverson just grabs another stat. 18 points, 10 rebounds. A double-double for Iverson. Lucino for 3 is off. Iverson gets his 11th rebound. He's blocked. Fielden in transition, tries to run. They have numbers. But Tenerife's transition is superb. Black, foul line, little hang time is short. And this is Abramatis to get the defensive rebound. Last 2 minutes approaching in the first leg. San Miguel. Abramatis looks inside. Iverson just makes a huge hole. Abramatis takes the tough one. It's nothing. Chance to run. Fielden has it. But they don't have numbers down the floor. Wide open. Brown lines up for 3. Got it! 11,000 people on their feet. And Jerusalem are back in front. $18 points personal for Brown. Black sees the open trowel. Brown lines it up and simply knocks it down. And everybody in the crowd signals the 3. San Miguel, Lucino. Going baseline, inside out, 4 seconds on the clock. Foul on the play, and Butler with literally no time left on the possession. Reaches and fouls. I think that'll be it for him. Butler will foul out. All he had to do was stay in stance. And now it becomes a free throw competition. Bathas on the free throw line. 4 from 4 on the night. Tenerife tie at 70. Whatever happens here, it is set up for an absolute classic next week. 70-70 with 1:34 to go. It's been a tremendous second half by Tenerife. And Bathas goes 2 for 2. He's been instrumental in this second half performance as they go with a 3-guard set again. Fielden steps back for 3, drains it. Trying to eke out as much of an advantage as they can. Bathas puts it on the floor, drops it inside. Iverson with a little runner is no good. One last minute for Jerusalem to try and push the home court advantage. Roman Brown, little step through, is fouled, is blocked. Gets it back, 7 on the possession. This has got to go up. Finds a little space, steps back for 3. In and out. And Abromaitis comes down with yet another rebound. It'll be his 8th rebound of the night. Last 30 seconds. Jerusalem by 2. Bathas looks inside. It's not there. Now he has to post with Abromaitis. Goes to the inside. Turns it over, recovered. Goes inside. Iverson blows the 2-footer and gets the putback. Just caught the back of the ring. He ties it at 73. Colton Iverson. 20 points, 12 rebounds. Smart play by Bathas, but he blew the layup, caught the far side of the ring, and went back up. So timeout for Jerusalem. 1 possession to try and give them the advantage for the second leg. Whatever you are considering doing next week,
Listen, James, first of all, press break.
make sure you're joining us at 7:30 next week when Tenerife and Jerusalem will face each other on the island.
You go on Tamir, you go 2 sides until you get in. Press break, press break. Now when you cross the half court, Mitch, JB, Tamir, James under the defense. Okay? Now, Tay, with 8 seconds, James, like the flash 4, you go delay, Tay, and then open up, JB, then you sleep, and then you can attack.
16.6 seconds left on the first leg. 1 possession for Jerusalem to give them an advantage going to Tenerife next week. 1 more possession for Tenerife to at no worse tie the first leg. For one occasion, you can have a tie in basketball on the first leg of a 2-leg tie, where it's aggregate scores. Here comes Brown. 10 seconds. Is this about Brown, or is he going to try to go inside? Gets him Rusino to guard him. They don't show the double team. Brown breaks the defense down, draws the contact, and they're just going to give up the 2. If they were going to foul, you'd have thought they'd have fouled intentionally anyway, earlier than that. And Vidyaretta's not going to be happy because it gives them the 2 free throws to lead by 2. Vidyaretta has a timeout, I believe. If he has a timeout and they make both, he will take it, and 1.3 is enough time to get one last look at tying or winning the game. But set something on your diary. Put something in your phone that tells you 7:30 next week. 8:30 Central European time. 7:30 in the UK. 9:30 in Israel. Find yourself anywhere you can to watch the second leg of this one. Tenerife take the timeout with 1.3 seconds to go. One shot to tie it or win it on the night. To underline a phenomenal second half performance by the 2017 Basketball Champions League champions. We said that Tenerife had to get into the 30s on the three-point line. They just about did it. It's not been their percentages, it's been their offensive rebound that's given them the chance here. And that man in the background, Colton Iverson, has had what can only be described as a phenomenal game of basketball. Lucas Steiger could be the option out of bounds here.
A buscarla, a ver si tenemos un tiro de dos de cualquiera de los dos. Hey, if they switch,
1.3 seconds. Tenerife down 2 at the end of the first leg. Why wouldn't they throw it to Iverson on the inside just to go straight up? Sotomayor's come back in to try and stop that option. Sotomayor goes on to the ball to try and make it tough to get it in. Abromaitis doesn't get it to drop. And Hapoel have sneaked a 75-73 victory over Iberostar Tenerife in the first leg. Absolutely phenomenal game of Basketball Champions League basketball. Performances across the roster. Here's the last play. Great recognition. Abromaitis gets it off. It's a tough one, but almost gets it to drop. Brown was superb for the home club. Here's the statistics: 49 and 36 against 48 and 31. And only 68 from the free-throw line. The rebound numbers are going to tell you how Tenerife managed to get that close. 17 offensive rebounds. Tenerife turned it over twice in the second half, as did Jerusalem. Both teams were tremendous in the way they took care of the basketball. But the game became a little slower. That favored Tenerife. Iverson has 20 and 12. Phenomenal performance by the big man. Thomas is all over the stats as well for Jerusalem. There's so many performances across this game. Fielding at 18 for Jerusalem. Stoudemire 13 off the bench. That was just why this competition is where it is right now. Quarterfinals, Basketball Champions League, and this man, Colton Iverson, has taken a huge step towards Tenerife having the chance to reclaim the crown they won in 2017. That third quarter, it saw a 23-10 margin for Tenerife. Just gave them the opportunity. Answered by a 20-14 fourth quarter by Jerusalem. But it's clear to see in that game, if Jerusalem can keep the game fluid, only one quarter did they manage to not get into the 20s, and that was when Tenerife slowed them down. And slowed them down and controlled tempo and played Tenerife basketball is how Tenerife are going to have to play for 40 at home next week. It'll be a help if Bayran is healthy. It'll be a help if they can just get to 35% or so from the three-point line. for Jerusalem next week, they've got to find a way to make sure Colton Iverson doesn't have a double-double. He has been a phenomenal performer for Tenerife as the Basketball Champions League has come to the sharp end, and he's put in another stellar performance tonight. Iverson on 24 minutes had 20 points on 55%, 12 rebounds, 1 assist as well. Had an efficiency rating of 24. Abramovich on the inside had an efficiency rating of 21 with his 16 points. And Sayers gave them great support off the bench with his 8 points. That's 44 points from the front line for Tenerife. And they began to get the support they needed. Brusino had 9, Bathas 8. White and Matt San Miguel had 5 to contribute. Lucas Steiger was one of his more productive nights for Tenerife, 7 points personal. He still won't like the 1 for 6, but he was excellent as he made a major contribution. But let's not forget, it's Jerusalem that take the 2-point lead back to Tenerife. From Jerusalem, it's good night, and we'll see you next week for part 2.
Tiga per 6. 5 3. 5 3,